What's up, bros? Vinny the Veteran here with you for another General Discharge video. And today we're going to be doing a gear review on the Bates lights, the Marine Corps version and the Navy version. Before we get to it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more General Discharge videos. Alright, so we're going to kick it off with the overview of these boots first. So right in front of you here, you got the Marine Corps boots, and right over here, you got the Navy boots. And over here, these guys are kind of sad. You see that? They're all sad and decrepit. Well, these boots, you have a choice if you're going to be in the Marine Corps using these. You don't actually get them issued, to my knowledge at least. You don't get them issued to you. But here, right here, the Navy SEAL boots, you're going to get these issued if you go to training. I'm going to assume if you're interested in these, you're going to be going to Navy SEAL or SWIG training. Both of these, honestly, weigh the same. They're the treads right here. These are brand new. They've been worn like 2-3 times. You can see right here the tread right here. These boots really aren't known for a good tread. These boots are known to be as close to sneakers as possible. They're lightweight, they're durable, and they're not meant for anything as in like rugged terrain or whatever you'd use for different boots. I wouldn't recommend doing any construction work in these. These are not steel toe boots. Same with these right here. You can see these treads are a little bit more because these boots have been worn more. But here's a tread on the black boots. Marine Corps boots have a lot more versatility with what you can do. These boots right here, you're not really going to be wearing them in uniform or in garrison outside of training. Marine Corps boots, you will be wearing them in garrison if you want to. That's the overview of these boots. Let's get to the down and dirty of the specifics of each different boot. Bates in general run about half a size or a size smaller than what you normally wear in boots or shoes. So if you wear a size 10, I would recommend getting a size 9.5 or a size 9 if you get the Bates lights. There's a thing called the Bates bite that happens predominantly in the Marine Corps boots. I haven't heard it too much on the black boots, but the way the stitching is designed on these boots can push in on the top portion of your foot. It's known as the Bates bite. Now, a way to combat that is by either soaking the boot in water and walking around with it so it forms to your foot, or you can get a t-shirt and stuff it in, kind of like what you get with paper when you get a new shoe that keeps the sides of the shoe. You just do that with a shirt or newspaper, wherever you have, and stuff it in overnight. And over time, after a couple weeks, the leather will expand and you shouldn't get the Bates bite. I personally do not feel the Bates bite anymore on the boots that are still very worn in, and the boots that are new, I do feel it. So just make sure you do that. That's a way to combat it. You can also do the same thing with the black boots too. Soak them in salt water. That's something Stu Smith recommends if you ever follow him. Soak the boots in salt water. Walk around with them until they dry. It helps them form to the shape of your foot. That's what I recommend. So the durability on these boots is actually pretty good. The boots on your far left, these have been worn for about 3 or 4 years, and yeah, they have some wear and tear on them, no doubt, but they still work. They fit like socks. Depending on what you plan on doing, the black boots will most likely last you a little bit less than these because you're going to be going through the ocean and stuff with them. You're going to be running a lot of miles in these boots right here. Whereas if you're green side or with the Marines, you're going to have a whole selection of boots to switch out to make sure that you don't run one pair to the ground. So overall, I'd say these boots have really good durability. I think that they could do better, but there's never going to be a boot that can do everything you want out of it. I highly recommend these boots for their durability. Some modifications. Each of these boots has the same material. I mean, there's a little bit difference. Obviously, this is black, this is tan. You get that. But every boot has a shank. Both of these have cardboard on their heels, right? So you get cardboard on your heels for support. These boots right here that I'm showing you, you can tell that's flimsy here. There's no cardboard here, and there's no shank in here. The shank offers support in the insole-outsole portion, and then there's also some cardboard on these right here on the toes. This has been taken off. Whereas if you look at this pair of boots right here, there's more support. The cardboard's here. The cardboard's also, or the material on the toes here, and there is a shank here. The reason why people get modifications on these boots is to make them more lightweight, usually during selection training. I would recommend doing it if you really think it will make a difference, and it's going to cost you a pretty penny unless you know how to do it yourself. Same thing with this. These boots right here, these boots have the heel removed, as you can see. It's a lot more flimsy. The shank's removed, but the toe material's not. There's a boot lady on Orange Ave, Coronado, that can do this for you for a price. You can also get the soles replaced too, if you want, because the tread really isn't that good, or if it's worn out, you can also get that. But you will be paying the price for a brand new pair of boots. However, if having a pair of boots broken in already means a lot to you, then you can just keep getting upgrades on them and do that. You can also do the same thing with these as well. One of the things that you can do with these boots is lace the boots at the V, and I'll give you a close-up of this more because you probably can't see it too well right here. But the way the boots come, they're crossed, each eyelet right here. Whereas if you take this V and you cross it straight through right here, you will prevent the boot digging into the top portion of your ankle. It lets you expand it. That's a tip that a lot of people do. And a lot of people also tie a knot right here in the center where these first two eyelets are. So one side of the shoestring cannot go too far to the left or the right. And they also do that at the end here too, because then you always have the laces here and you'll never have to refeed it. And highly recommend this too, is use some 550 paracord to replace it. These boots right here have the 550 paracord on them. They're more durable, you can adjust the length to however you please, and if it winds up breaking, you can easily replace it. So that's the modifications. If you plan on doing it yourself, I'm sure there's videos out there for that, or find a friend who can do it for you. All I know is you're gonna need a knife and a heat gun. The price of these boots is going to run you to $214.95 on the Bates website and roughly around the same on the Amazon website for both pairs of boots. You will get these issued to you in Great Lakes for pre-buds, and you will also get another pair issued to you when you actually get to buds. You'll never get these issued, to my knowledge at least. For the most part, you're going to want to, even the $214.95, I'd recommend buying it. It might seem like a hefty price for a pair of boots, but I promise you it would be a $214.95 well spent. Alright bros, so we're going to do the pros and cons of this. We're going to start off with the pros. These boots are good for any endurance events, whether it be running, a CFT, and anything having to do with you putting in a lot of miles at once. Another pro is the lightweight portion of this. They're practically shoes, especially if you get the modifications and get some of the parts removed. Some of them, it could probably weigh as much as a running shoe. I think that for what they're made and designed for, I think that it is a pro. Like, you can look at it as a negative, like, oh, they're very light, which means you don't have much support. But I think that is a pro, considering that they're designed for that. A boot that isn't designed to be ran in or doing endurance events, I would understand that being a huge con. But for this, I consider that a pro. Overall, there's really not that much else to talk about as far as pros with this. I think this is just a great addition for anyone's boot arsenal in general. And when you're talking about the black boots here, you kind of don't have a choice. Again, I'm assuming you're going to be training for Navy SEAL training or Navy SWIFT training when you use these. So even though if there are cons with the black boots, you're pretty much going to have to ignore them and just suck it up. So that's the pros. Now, cons. Going back to what I said before, you don't have that much support with this, with the ankles, especially if you get the cardboard removed, but let's assume you don't. These boots aren't designed for rugged terrain. If you were to do a land ave event or a long ruck march and not a ruck run, I would recommend a different pair of boots. These boots, again, are designed for long endurance events. The price, they're definitely a little bit pricey. I have to put that as a con. $214. Yes, I said that that's the best $214.95 you'd ever spend, but a lot of people are on a budget, and I can understand why the price might scare them away, especially if you're talking about these boots over here where you have more of a choice on them versus these. And the last con I would say is the Bates bite. That's a huge deal for a lot of people. I've known people personally who refuse to wear the Bates lights because they can't get over the Bates bite, or they don't feel like dealing with it again if they wind up breaking in a new pair of boots. So be wary of that. Make sure that you do the proper things to ameliorate the Bates bite. Some people are lucky though. You might put on a pair of these and not even feel it and be like, what the fuck is that? In conclusion, we went over the Marine Corps boots and the Navy boots for the Bates Lights. Overall, I give this a General Discharge thumbs up. Tommy Tonitis would approve as well. He has a pair of these himself. If that doesn't motivate you to get a pair of these boots, then I don't know what will, and you shouldn't even be here right now. Bates Lights, highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more gear reviews from General Discharge, let us know in the comment section below and let us know what you'd like to see. We'd be happy to review anything within reason. That concludes this video. Veteran Vinny out.
All your friends are subscribing to General Discharge and you don't even want to be here.